Colorado's roads and bridges are in some rough shape. The Federal Highway Administration has identified 481 bridges across our state listed in poor condition. All right, so let's put that into context here. Poor condition means these bridges have received a rating of 4 or below by the administration. These bridges all have some sort of structural deterioration. When a bridge gets a rating of 2 or below, it will be closely monitored and possibly closed to help keep people safe. And our state is about to receive a big influx of cash, but it still won't be enough to cover all repairs. Denver 7's Megan Lopez kicks off our in-depth coverage looking at what's available.
You wouldn't know it driving over it, but this bridge off I-70 is literally falling apart.
People don't realize it, but these structures are deteriorating rapidly.
Increased traffic and a longer than expected lifespan have resulted in this. Pieces of missing concrete and exposed rebar underneath.
We have had a significant backlog in terms of the needs for bridge repair.
The federal infrastructure package tackles that backlog in a big way, sending hundreds of millions to states over the next few years.
In some cases, there are only some minor repairs that need to be done. In a lot of cases, there are some major structural repairs.
During a bridge tour Monday, Senator Michael Bennet and Congressman Ed Perlmutter saw firsthand how bad some of these bridges are.
This is really the biggest road package that we've had since Eisenhower was president, and Colorado, this is long overdue.
Of the $26.5 billion in federal funding from the Bridge Formula program that was announced last week, Colorado is set to see about $225 million. Now, that might seem like a lot of money, but the state has 481 bridges listed in poor condition, like this one off of I-70 and Ward. That money breaks down to less than $500,000 per bridge. Then there's another 5,000 bridges in Colorado that are considered to be in fair condition but need serious improvements. So it's going to be up to CDOT and state and local governments to really prioritize which bridges will see some of that federal funding.
This bridge is being replaced thanks to state funding, but it will cost $27 million.
If you multiply that out by 61 bridges or whatever the case may be, and that's just here in Region 1, $225 million doesn't go very far.
CDOT's idea to make that money cover more projects is to perform multiple construction jobs on the same stretch of road all at once.
If you can bundle projects, you're going to save money and you're going to save time in how long you're out there during construction.
Even with all this state and federal funding, the project list is long.
We just got to keep pushing. We got to keep going.
But CDOT says this federal money will make a big difference for Colorado's transportation infrastructure. Megan Lopez, Denver 7.
Let's take this further and provide some insight into what actually goes into replacing a deteriorating bridge. Now, we're going to use the Spring Creek Bridge on Airport Road down in Colorado Springs as an example. It's nearly 50 years old and it's been deteriorating for some time. It's also too narrow to accommodate sidewalks, and the creek flowing below has overtaken the road on several occasions. On Thursday, new box culverts will be installed to lower the 100-year flood level below the surface of the road. These projects don't get finished overnight. The Spring Creek Bridge project began in December 2020. It's scheduled to wrap up by the end of May of this year.
And back in 2019, CDOT began the process of constructing a 10-year plan for our state's transportation system, and they solicited thousands of comments from Coloradans about what they want fixed in their communities. And eventually, they settled on a number of improvements, such as highway widening, signal changes, and pedestrian and cyclist safety. Now, if you'd like to check and see if a bridge near you is listed in poor condition, we have this interactive map of all 481 bridges. You'll find it on our website. Just head to the denverchannel.com/Colorado Bridges.